year and a half ago, I was so depressed I couldn't get off my couch for days, and I'm gonna explain to you how I was able to pull myself out of that depression without the use of any medication, just with the power of my own mind. Big Pharma ain't gonna like this one because they want us on those antidepressants. Also, quick disclaimer, this is not me bashing antidepressants. I have seen a lot of people have great results using them. However, I'm a firm believer that the majority of mental illnesses would be able to be resolved without medication if people understood the power of their own minds, and that's what I'm always gonna be here to speak my truth on based on my own experience. So let's get into it. When I think back to the times when I was in my depressive stages, when I was diagnosed with depression, I think about where my mind was and what was going on within me. And when I look at it, all of my depressive seasons have a common theme of what was going on in my mind, and that was negative feelings about myself, about my life, and a lot of it had to do with me holding my past against myself. So a lot of things like being ashamed, being disappointed in myself. It was basically like this perpetual loop of me screaming my failures and whispering my accomplishments every single day. And it's like, when you put it that way, of course you're gonna be depressed. That sounds like hell, and it was. In my exploration for holistic ways to heal myself, I came across identity work. And in this identity work, I learned a lot about the power of your self-image and the power of your thought patterns and what it is that you are thinking about on a day-to-day basis. Whatever is going on in your mind is creating your 3D reality around you, because whatever's going on in there is having a direct impact on how you are perceiving the world. Whatever is going on in your mind is what is creating how you are seeing and experiencing your external reality. When you start consciously creating your thoughts and making them so that they are positive about yourself and your life, you will notice a shift instantly. It's crazy because when I started doing this, I really realized how horrible I was being to myself in my own mind. And I was like, oh my God, why am I actually bullying the shit out of myself? If anybody knew what was going on in my mind, they would be shocked, because you would never guess that. But like, what was going on within me was not it at all. I think the thing with depression too is you're waiting for something outside of you and your external to come and save you. Like, you're just in this doom loop of waiting for something to get better, waiting for an opportunity to come, waiting for a person to come, when really it's, you have to go within yourself to change it. You have to take that first step of breaking the pattern and breaking the loop of the negativity, of the doom that you are feeling. And that's the hardest thing with depression, is like, you're so depressed you literally can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But I invite you, if you are in that place, or even if you're not depressed, like even if you are just gaining something from this and learning about how your thoughts can create your external reality, like just practice for one day only speaking positive things to yourself. Like, be conscious and do an audit of all the thoughts that are going on in your mind about yourself, about the world around you, and anything negative that comes in, swat it out and replace it for something positive. Wake up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror, and for 3 minutes straight, only say the highest of things about you. The way that I pulled myself out of the depression was being courageous enough to break the doom cycle loop of thoughts that was going on in my mind and challenging it and saying, what if I chose to think something else? What if I chose to speak highly and positively of me? What if I choose to believe in myself? What if I choose to see the world around me as actually a positive, happy place instead of this negative place that I've been stuck in? And that's really it. And I know that sounds like there's no way, it's way too good to be true, but we underestimate the power of our own minds every single day. Like, there is nothing more powerful that is controlling the majority of what it is that we do, what it is that we see, than our own minds. So start there. I truly believe that if you do not feel good about yourself and who you are in any capacity, that should be your number one priority, is getting right with yourself. Because when I look back to the time when I was the most successful on paper, that was the beginning of the season of when my depression started. Because yeah, okay, externally everything was going right, but internally I did not feel good, and things started to crumble shortly after that for a long extended period of time. And the way that I was able to pull myself out of it and get myself to the best position with me that I've ever been is by changing my own thoughts and getting right with my own self-image. So put this into practice. Do an audit of your own mind and your own thoughts on a daily basis. Become conscious of the thoughts that are running rampant on autopilot and say, what thoughts are going on in my mind right now that are not in alignment with the version of myself that I want to be and the version of my life that I want to live, and then swap those out for new positive thought patterns and belief systems that are in alignment with the version of yourself that you want to be and in alignment with the version of your ideal life. Your thoughts create your emotions, so if you want to feel better, you have to start by thinking better.